11th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, 43rd shloka. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujyasya gurugariyan natvat samosti abhyadhika kutonyo lokatrayepi apratima prabhava. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power? So let's read the purport. I request someone to read the purport, remaining purport. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Please read.
Yes. Okay. Whoever knows Krishna's transcendental body, activities, and perfection.
Read from up the knowledge, strength.
Okay. The knowledge, strength, and activities of the Supreme Personality all are transcendental, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 9. Jananam karma cha me divyam evam yo vitittatatvat tyaktva deham punara janma nated mam iti so Arjuna. Whoever knows Krishna's transcendental body, activities, and perfection, after quitting his body, returns to him and doesn't come back again to the miserable world. Therefore, one should know that Krishna's activities are different from others. The best policy is to follow the principles of Krishna. That will make one perfect. It is also stated that there is no one who is master of Krishna. Everyone is his servant. The Lord Chaitanya, the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi 5.42 42 verse confirms Ekala Ishvara Krishna Ara Sabha Bhratya. Only Krishna is God and everyone else is his servant. Everyone is complying with his order. There is no one who can deny his order. Everyone is acting according to his direction, being under his superintendency. As stated in Brahma Saitama, he is the causes of all cause. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you very much, Adit Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So this is a shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Everybody should memorize this shloka. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam iti so Arjuna. So one should understand Krishna birth, Krishna's activities are transcendental, divyam. Transcendental means divyam. If anybody understand this simple fact that Krishna and Krishna's activities, his birth are transcendental, not like ours. If anybody understand this simple fact, after leaving his body, tektva deham punarjanma naiti mamitu so Arjuna. After leaving his body, he will never come back to this miserable material world again. So somebody understand this simple basic fact about Krishna consciousness. He will understand Krishna is not ordinary person like me, like us. So in the world, we may have some Mahatmas. Krishna is not one of the Mahatmas. In the world, we may have many great people, many historians, many philosophers. Krishna is not like that. Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan, the supreme personality of Godhead, the Deva, is the source of all the sources, is the cause of all the causes. His activities, his birth are transcendental. He appeared not like us. He appeared naked. When we appeared, we started crying. But Krishna, he appeared with a big smile. Krishna appeared with a Shankar Chakra Gada Padma, Pitambara Vastra, Vaijayanti Mala, Srivatsa, Kaustuba Jewel. Yes, he got all this along with him. He's Supreme Lord, Bhagavan. So nobody can say that, oh, Krishna is also like me. There is one person called Paundraka, at the kingdom when Krishna was ruling in the Dwaraka. So Paundraka, he was thinking, no, I am the Narayana, I am Mahavishnu, I am the God Supreme Vasudeva. And he had a artificial Shankar Chakra, Gada Padma. He had an artificial setup on his shoulders and he used to tell everyone that I am Vasudeva. That Krishna who's there in Dwaraka, he's a duplicate person. So Krishna got to know this. Then one day that Paundraka, he sent a letter to Krishna that you are duplicate Vasudeva, I am original Vasudeva. You come and fight. Let's see. And Krishna, he laughed at that. course, Krishna went and defeated them. Everybody understood Krishna is Vasudeva. In Rajasuya Yagya, there are so many sages, so many rishis, so many munis, yogis, all perfected beings, siddhas are there in the Rajasuya Yagya. But everybody anonymously, they chose Krishna as a topmost worshipable personality. Yes. Only Shishupal who came in front and got finished. So in the Rajasuya Yagya, Krishna was selected to be worshipped. And once upon a time, all the these rishis, they got doubt, who is the supreme? Is Shiva supreme, or Brahma supreme, or Vishnu supreme? Who is the supreme? So they selected Bhrigumuni as a chief member, and they sent this Bhrigumuni to test. He keeps a parameter of tolerance. Whoever is more tolerant, he is a god, kind of like that. So he goes and checks his brother Shiva. Shiva gets ferocious. He goes and checks with Brahma. Brahma becomes so upset, and he goes to Shiva. He goes to Vishnu, and he kicks on the chest of Vishnu. At that time, you know the whole story. So Lord Vishnu, the supreme Lord Narayana, Krishna is the supreme Lord. It's very clearly known fact. So one should understand Krishna never leaves his body. In the disappearance pastimes, many people explain many things. But the disappearance pastimes of Krishna are very, very special. If a devotee hears it, if devotee hears the disappearance pastimes of Krishna, his devotion increases thousands times for Krishna. I'm repeating the speciality of hearing the disappearance pastimes of the Lord. Moshala Leela it is called. If somebody, a devotee hears this Moshala Leela, Prabhasa Kshetra, what happened at the Prabhasa Kshetra, last days of Krishna on this earth. The devotee, when he hears this, his devotion increases 1,000 times. If a non-devotee hears that, he becomes more worst 1,000 times. So that's why we should hear from a devotees. We should hear from authorized Vaishnavas. Uddhava and Maitreya conversation in Bhagavatam, Uddhava says this. I have seen Lord leaving in front of me. He's boarding his aeroplane, going back home, back to Godhead, Vaikuntha. Uddhava says this clearly. In front of him, the Lord boarded the airplane. He went. Arjuna also, he feels disappointed. Oh, what is this happening? So Krishna never left his body. If at all, if anybody explains this description that Krishna left his body, that this last days in Prabhasa Kshetra, and people, and that is all fake. If at all somebody explains, okay, let us accept that. He does that just to bewilder the atheistic people more and more. Already atheistic people, they don't follow Krishna's instructions. They say, oh, who is Krishna? I'm also Krishna. I'm also God. I'm also most powerful. I'm also rich. I'm also special. So why I should follow Krishna? They say like this. So that's such kind of people, they're already bewildered by Mahamaya. They accept truth to be untruth, untruth to be truth, asatya to be satya, satya to be asatya. They are completely confused. What to do, what not to do, they are confused. On the top, they have a question on God existence. God exists or doesn't exist. On the top of that, when Krishna leaves the body, they will take advantage of it. See, Krishna is not God. So just to pacify these atheistic people, just to make these atheistic people more joyful, Krishna does such kind of pastimes. Otherwise, Krishna's pastimes are so transcendental. What is the meaning of transcendental? Transcendental means which is achintya. One cannot understand these truths with our brain, with our mind, with our intelligence. We cannot understand. With these senses, we cannot understand, we cannot see this. So that's why Krishna is called, one of the name of Krishna is Adokshaja. We cannot understand with these senses what we have. We need mercy of Krishna to understand this. So can you show the purport once? In the purport, Prabhupada writes very interestingly. So everybody should follow the Krishna's instructions, understanding Krishna's greatness. See, if anybody understands this simple fact, Krishna birth and activities are transcendental, he will never come back to this miserable world. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Akela Ishvara Krishna Arasabhabritya. Krishna is the Supreme Lord and everybody is servants. Nobody can deny this fact. Prabhupada says this. Everyone is complying with his order. Everybody is following his order. All the Devi Devatas, all the demigods, everybody is following his order. But only some rascals, fools, less intelligent people, murkhas, they say that, oh, where is God? Show me God. As if they can see God. They will ask, show me God. So such kind of people, they never believe in Krishna. They never accept Krishna. they will never follow the Krishna's teachings. So such kind of people are really, they want to stay back in miserable world. One time Prabhupada was speaking on this shloka in New York. Prabhupada is speaking on this shloka in New York. So he says this, Tektva deham punarjanma naiti mamiti so Arjuna. Understand the simple fact, Krishna is transcendental. You will go back home, back to Godhead. You will never come back to this miserable world. Prabhupada is telling. Somebody raised his hand and asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, so after going back there, will I come back to New York back? And Prabhupada said, what is his question? And somebody translated to him. And the question was repeated. So Swamiji, if once I go back home, Vaikuntha, will I come back again in this middle world? To my New York, my place? Prabhupada says, no, there is no need. You will never come back. Then he said, oh, really? No. Then I want to come back. Then he sat back. He went out. Later on, he didn't came for the class. So point is, the rascals, they want to stay back in this miserable world, even though they are seeing so many miseries in front of their eyes, so many diseases, so many cheating, so many vulgar activities, useless activities they are seeing in front of their life. The world is so miserable, and they are also experiencing that misery in their heart, the three kleshas, but still they are not understand. Okay, this is not a good place for me. Prabhupada says, only this place, this middle world is not meant for gentlemen. If at all you are gentlemen, this is not the world for you. Sometimes you may think, oh, Prabhuji, kya bol rahe Prabhu? Itna miserable nahi hai Prabhuji. There are some sukha also. Understand, my dear friends, there is no happiness in the world. Only absence of dukkha, we think it is a sukha. In between two miserables, we feel some relax. We think that is a happiness. For example, Papa says this, in the Vedic times, in the golden days, a king used to punish a criminal. You know how he used to punish the criminal? Minister used to hold the head of the criminal, and he used to keep the head into the water, rush him into the water with the head. He used to keep for some time inside the water, and he used to struggle for taking the oxygen. Fish can take the oxygen while being in the water, but how man can take? So he's struggling to take the oxygen. His heartbeat is increasing. Heartbeat is increasing so heavy, and suddenly this minister takes the head and pulls him out. As soon as he pulls him out, that criminal feels great joy and takes deep breath. As soon as he takes a breath, the minister pushes him down again. Again, the miserable struggle for existence starts. So in the material world, happiness is something like that gap. Don't think that happiness is there. So happiness is there. It is not. It doesn't mean that it is not there. It is there, but we are not searching the right place. So Krishna is the source of all the happiness. We should surrender to Krishna and accept his teachings. So we should follow his order. When we follow the Krishna's instruction, that is what the perfection of life. Prabhupada says, the best policy is to follow the principles of Krishna. That will make one perfect. So we should understand Krishna is the Supreme Lord, first thing. Second thing, only rascals, they don't accept Krishna supremacy. They don't follow Krishna's instructions. And this world is not meant for gentlemen. This miserable world. That's why one should understand the simple fact, Krishna is Supreme Lord, is a transcendental personality, absolute personality. By understanding this simple fact, he goes back home, back to Godhead. And fourth point is, the best policy of every living entity is to follow the Krishna's instructions. I'm repeating the 4 lines again for all your benefit. First thing is, Krishna is not an ordinary personality, he's a transcendental personality. Yes, he's a supreme master of everyone. Yes. And second thing is, maybe you can add these points also. Second thing is, people, whoever understand this simple fact, they will never come back to this middle world. It's a miserable place. And third point is, what we discussed, third point, following Krishna's principle is one makes perfects his life. Is a fourth point. Can you show the purport once? Can you show the purport? Yeah, atheistic people, they don't follow Krishna. Devotees, they follow Krishna. Atheistic people, they don't follow Krishna, and they want to stay back in the miserable world. So that's how it is. So maybe if you have more points, any questions we can take on this whatever we discussed today. We have next few minutes. If anybody has any questions, comments, we can take. Hare Krishna. You can set it rightly in all the points. You can show the points. People will see the points. Devotees will see the points and ask the questions if they have any questions. Yeah, Krishna is a transcendental. Hearing about Krishna's disappearance pastime will rise in devotion in devotee. Atheism in atheist. Okay. Adokshaja, one who has eternal knowledge, one who is beyond knowledge acquired through the senses. Yes. Material world is not meant for gentlemen. The gap between consecutive miseries is assumed as happiness. Atheistic people doesn't accept Krishna. Following principles of Krishna makes perfection of life.